Right. Looks great. Gold, black. He says, I want to make sure you see my blackness. Here we are, Portland, Oregon. We're looking at May 2nd, 2019 at the Peace House. And, sir, I'd just like to give you the floor.
My name is Mega Saif. Mental energies gather and circulate in positive harmony. I'm a father, husband, poet, writer, activist, teacher, student.
Awesome.
Lover of peace.
Awesome. And so Dan Shea invited you to come down to play. You're on a tour.
I'm on the American Dream Tour. My brother James Toller has an incredible song, and I named the tour after that, the American Dream Tour. The American Dream is kind of like a lost idea in a lot of people's hearts and minds, right? People sing about the American nightmare and how the American dream is broken, and,
right.
And F America, right? Fuck America, all this. But
right.
It's because they have freedom of speech that they can do that. So
right.
The name, the American Dream Tour, comes out of that. It's kind of like, it's kind of like driving right at the heart of what's dividing us, and it's really the same thing that can bring us together. You know, it's like this fable of the American dream.
Right.
Because it's never been a dream for a lot of people. So.
It never was.
No.
You know.
No.
It's an interesting dynamic where people are saying "Make America Great Again" out there, when it was never really great for a lot of.
Right. I mean, maybe
people.
500. You could say 500 years ago it was great, right? Before the first conquistadors came to Central America or South America, right? So you could say back then, when the indigenous peoples of America or this land ruled it or roamed freely, then you could say it was great. So if we're making it great again, you must be going back to that. We must all leave, you know what I'm saying? Take everything with us, which is impossible. So, yeah.
We're beyond the point of return there.
We're definitely beyond.
So where do we go from here? And I'm so curious about the tour. You've been on several states?
Yeah, I've been to 7 states right now. This is the 8th state, Oregon. Or I think it's the 8th state.
Right.
And then Washington will be my last one. Washington is on Saturday, on the 4th of May. And yeah, the tour's been incredible. The tour has put me in touch with people like yourself, and of course with Dan. I already knew Dan, but I got to hang out with him more here.
Right.
And then the brother Michael Ellick inside, you know, who's like, just every state, every city has confirmed for me that I'm walking the right path at the right time in my life.
Wow.
And you know, you can't make these. I couldn't have planned these meetings because I didn't know these people before I was out here. But now that I came out and I know the people, next year is looking so incredible already, because everybody wants me to come back and do it. You know, okay, yo, this is a great idea. Let's plan for it. Let's make this and that and this happen. Let's, you know, so that's a beautiful thing. Now, where we can go from here, because I've also come to this realization on this road, right? Because everybody wants to change the place that America's at. Where we can go from here is turning our military bases into green zones.
I like that.
Opening the doors of our military bases immediately, so that the people around the base in the surrounding city can come in and meet the troops and meet the soldiers and meet the commanding officers and ask questions freely. Retool the bases into actual green zones. So instead of places where weapons are kept and used on populations, bases become places where wind farms are built, solar farms are built, geothermal research is done, and plants are built. You know, we make our world into a safe space. We could be the most loved nation on the planet, right, rather than the most hated, and we could create allies around the world through love rather than fear and force. So we could do that immediately. We could retrain our troops and our soldiers to have jobs that don't leave them with a moral injury, so that they're not coming home and committing suicide at an epidemic rate. We could we could get private financing out of politics so that we can have more parties than just the two major parties, and people's voices can actually be heard in their cities.
I hear that as a
right?
Pacific Green. I like that one a lot.
Of course.
That resonates
You know what I'm
right there.
We can. I think we should have. I think we should get all of our food from locally sourced spaces. Right? Forget being vegan. Forget being a meat eater. And you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm an omnivore. We're all omnivores, right?
Right.
So why can't we just do it sustainably?
Locally.
Do it in a way locally,
Locally,
which
sustainably.
locally sourced, locally produced, sustainable.
That's it.
I mean, just change the way we do things.
That's right.
So that's,
Switch up big ag right there. That's a
Come on.
huge shift.
Yo.
Coming from these big ag that is just subsidized. I mean, this corporate welfare into big ag is
It's growing.
nobody's talking about it, right?
No, growing football field size
Wow.
plantations of soybeans to feed to cows. Cows don't want to eat soybeans. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Let the cows eat grass.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
In an area close enough to the people that are eating those particular cows.
Yeah.
You don't need to have. I just drove
Yeah,
here. I just
yeah.
drove across the country.
Oh,
And-
fun.
And
That's fun.
when you're driving from, the south,
Okay.
the southwest, up through Southern California, up to Northern
Right,
California.
right. Like Arizona,
Oh, these
Tucson.
farms,
Did you go through there at all? Flagstaff,
these
Sedona, or anything?
factory farms
Oh, I
are
see, right.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
You
right.
can smell them for miles before you
Right,
get to them.
right,
You're driving,
right.
and it's green countryside, and you're like,
Yeah.
you know what's coming.
Yeah.
It's sorrow. It smells sad.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then you
yeah.
drive over the horizon, and all the green is gone, and
Mm.
it's just cows laying half
Mm.
against the fence, other ones eating them, standing on big piles of shit,
Ah,
and it just
Yeah.
smells horrible.
you
And
can
it's
smell
like,
it for
you can
miles with
smell
the
it for
window down.
miles around
God.
with the windows down or up.
And you hear people talking about pig farms like that. It's not
Yeah.
just the pig farms.
It's
though.
not just the pig
It's
farms.
not, but
it's
the-
all of these industrial factory farms, and
Yeah.
the waste runoff is horrible too
Yes.
for the environment. So, but it doesn't have to be grown that. You don't
Yeah,
have to grow
yeah.
meat that way.
No.
And you
No.
don't, and you can still grow meat, but you don't
Right.
have to do it that way. And
We're just catering to big ag, and you're hitting it right there. We bring it local, sustainable, big ag.
And-
It's right at the knees.
And we're catering to big pharma, and big pharma is
Big
so
pharma.
terrified of legalized marijuana.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? They're the
Right.
biggest lobbyists against it. Of course they are. But they kill 22,000 people a year with their legalized drugs. You know what I'm saying?
right.
Taken
That's
properly.
right. That's
that
right.
many people are dying. Nobody's dying from
Yep,
cannabis.
yep.
You know?
Whenever I hear about the talk of this opioid crisis,
Oh, please. Yeah.
opioid crisis.
So, I
this
mean,
was manufactured
for me-
by
so,
big pharma.
Yeah, for me, I've been doing this for a long time, and it's just so aggravating to me that somebody like Trump is in office when people can articulate, a regular person on the street can articulate so well what needs to be done.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I used to want to be president when I was a kid.
Really.
Yeah.
Wow.
And
Awesome.
it's a big game of charades. And,
God.
You know what I'm saying? Like the president.
The
is not
backroom
president.
dealing alone.
Yeah. You can't. I know now. I could never be president.
Right.
Like I couldn't be president. You know what I'm saying?
You're not willing to give up the soul.
The soul. No.
You gotta
my
sacrifice.
My family life, my freedom,
Yeah.
my time,
Yeah.
and then also like the cabinet and those people are jokers, man. They're
Ah,
clowns.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like so.
Goldman Sachs. Once again, here's Goldman Sachs.
Your
It's a
cabinet can
recurring
be who
theme.
your cabinet can be who you want. You got to get rid of Congress. You got to get rid of so many people are just screwed up. You got a few people in Congress like Alex, like AOC. You got what's her name? The two Muslim women.
Omar.
And the other woman.
Tablighi.
Yeah. But it's like, I mean, Rashid, the Palestinian
Minnesota?
Palestinian woman.
Right.
I mean, it's like, but there's very few, Minnesota. There's very few people who are like, questioning big pharma and big ag when they come into these Congress meetings and congressional hearings.
Well, Oregon is completely controlled and dominated by big pharma, and people don't even realize it. There was an interesting thing. Speaker of the House, Tina Kotek, she came out and disciplined a senator for speaking out against big pharma's influence on the state capitol. She disciplined him on the floor publicly. Now, and she said it in her own way, like, That was the big pharma wag coming, and that people don't realize that. But here in Oregon, I look at it as neoliberal fascism. We are in a weird state here where the Democrats have been running things for decades, all the way down. Locally,
Right.
every single level has been controlled by the
Right.
Democrats. So we look at these numbers, and we got some horrible numbers.
Yeah.
How about teen dropout from high school?
Yeah.
I mean, it's all the way down the line, and you look at these neoliberals that are coming out here, and people, they're not thinking the way I'm thinking outside of this two-party duopoly of corporate control.
Mhm.
And that is what we're at here in the mercy of Oregon. People think we're a green state, and now the numbers are coming out. We're at the bottom of the nation.
Wow.
Environmental, our record, we are like completely indentured servants to industry here in Oregon. And there's all these illusions
Wow.
that these Democrats have been doing these great things, and the big bad boogeymans have been blocked out. No. Industry is controlling the ship here in Oregon, and that's what keeps me going. That's my
Wow.
drive.
Yeah, when the whole West Coast went green and legalized, everybody was like, "Oh, look at that! It's like the," you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But this is
Well,
the
we did do
neoliberal-
that. We did do that.
Yeah, but even that's probably corporate, because it's
coming.
like a lot of the companies, a lot of the
Yes.
companies have been bought out by big
Oh, yeah.
big
Monsanto
corporations.
wants to get their fingers
Monsanto's-
in
Yeah,
there.
and
Yeah,
they
man.
already own big tracts of land. They're waiting for national legalization. Yeah.
And
Right.
you should do a little acapella.
Little
Ooh.
acapella.
Yeah.
Okay. So this has been my latest, my greatest. Look, my spaceship, unrelated. I stay faded because I'm heated. Okay. So what do I do? Acapella. Let's see.
That interview was a work of art.
Thank you,
It
brother.
really was.
Thank you.
I mean, thank you for sharing that. I mean,
Um,
it's like, wow.
I'll do a song. This song is called Another. This is a story of me going into the military and losing my childhood because of boot camp and the trauma associated with military training. I'm dating myself, but it was 1992 when I lost my innocence. What's a man to do? I tell the truth, honestly, that's the mission I'm on. That's probably before some of y'all listening was born. But I ain't here to preach and reminisce on what it used to be. You can hear me reaching for the essence in the youth in me. Guess just what I used to be, cause you could never see it now. Yes, that kid was me, mad geeky, yeah, my head was down, buried in the underground, way before the music came. Hurrying around the crowd, making moves for losers, laying loose and change to bruises and losing face to jokers. Choosing made the future that doing takes the most love, so I'm compassionate because I've been shoved and pushed. Even have my over my love for books. Always studious, my first love had them looks. We never, but I touched all of her nooks. That little boy is gone and he's never coming back. Another sad song, another war stat. Another flag folded, another home visit. Another flame pinch for this greedy ass mission. That little girl is gone and she never coming back. Another sad song, another war stat. Another flag folded, another home visit. Another flame pinch for this greedy ass mission. That young virgin boy shipped off to boot camp. Grew up with no father, now he's learning death's chant. What makes the grass grow? Blood. Blood. This is what Marines chant on a morning run. Grown man in his face, less than an inch away, thinking should he swing or just try and run away from his obligations, his duties and agreements. Life's responsibilities he learned him in a season. Necessity the reason, insanity the option. The mother of invention, his mother's always watching, but she ain't on the island in South Carolina. She won't recognize him when she come for the lineup. Her little boy done grown up into a man. The worst kind, one that don't give a damn. To survive, I had to lose a piece of myself, so I forgot my childhood for mental health now. That little boy is gone and he's never coming back. Another sad song, another war stat. Another flag folded, another home visit. Another flame pinch for this greedy ass mission. That little girl is gone and she's never coming back. Another sad song, another war stat. Another flag folded, another home visit. Another flame pinch for this greedy ass mission.
Wow. That's a powerhouse.
That's a way
Thank
to
you
end.
so much.
Thank you, Oliver.
That's
Nice to meet you.
great.
Oh.
Excellent. Awesome. Wow. Thank you so much. Here we are. Let's sign out there. Any way we can contact you on your journey, this tour?
My name is Megasiph, MEGACIPH. My website is megasiph.com. I have a working website. I'm a rapper with a working website.
Nice.
Mental energies gather and circulate in positive harmony. Peace and love, y'all. Thank you.
Excellent. That's out. Peace out from the Peace House, Portland, Oregon. Excellent.
I love